Hi, I'm Bill Brown, and I'm at Xiamen University. I've been here since September 1988, and I'm looking forward to sharing with all of you some of things that happened here at Xiamen University, our life here. I'm in the Xiamen University MBA program, the one MBA program, and I came here in 1988 with my wife and two sons. So originally, we were only going to be in Xiamen University 1 or 2 years studying Chinese. But then we helped with the MBA program, fell in love with the place and the people, and I'm still here 32 years later, and I hope I'll still be here 32 years from now. But why? Well, but yeah, why? Actually, that comes from an English name. I started writing, when I first got here, when I first came to Xiamen, I started writing friends about what life was like in China, because I found out that foreigners had no idea what China was really like. And I wanted our family and friends to know and not worry about us, that the place was good, the people were good, and I wanted them to see just what it was like living here. So I started writing these newsletters off the wall. I drew a lot of cartoons in them to help them understand what things were like, because back then we didn't have color printing, we didn't have digital cameras, so I drew cartoons. Later I started using photographs, and this is a Christmas one from a few years ago. And then a few years ago, Foreign Languages Press in Beijing suggested that I collect some of the letters and put them together into a book. So the book is called Off the Wall, or Jian Wai. Off the Wall, by the way, in English has many meanings, but it's based on a children's story, poem from about 150 years ago. It means something that's unusual. So I think our life in China is unusual for a foreigner, and so Off the Wall. So I was in Taiwan in the 70s for 2 years in the Air Force. Never imagined then that I ended up in the mainland, exactly 100 miles away on the mainland, 100 miles from Taichung, Taiwan, where I lived. And I was in the Air Force there, and then 3 years after that in OSI. And then I studied, I got my master's in cross-cultural studies and a doctorate in business. And I was also an OSI agent for 3 years. And then I left business and all that and came to Xiamen in '88. And my wife, by the way, is blonde-haired, blue-eyed American, but born and raised in Taiwan. Lived there 13 years, so I like to tell people my wife is made in Taiwan. They usually laugh and say, don't laugh. Good quality. No warranty, but good quality. So anyway, as I've been here over the years, I found that Chinese have gotten to know a lot about the world, but the world still doesn't know a lot about China. So I've been writing a lot about that. I've written over a dozen books, written hundreds of articles. I've written and filmed over 400 TV episodes of TV programs with different TV stations. Also acted as a bad guy in some Chinese TV series in the 90s. I asked the Shanghai, the Dalian, I said, how come I always play a bad egg? 为什么我演戏都是坏蛋? She said, 洋鬼子没有好蛋. She said, foreign devils don't have good eggs. Oh. But I learned a lot about history from that. So in these times that we have together, I'd like to share a lot of different things. One, daily life in Xiamen, what daily life is like. Some interesting stories, things that we see and do here. Interesting things I learned from teaching. I learn a lot from my students as well as teach them. Not just modern China, but ancient China, historical China. Foods, talk some things about English and new slang or things, hobbies and crafts. Coffee and tea, the subjects are endless, especially tea. We're famous for tea. Also, I like to talk about Xiamen University. Xiamen University is a beautiful place. A lot of people say it's the most beautiful campus in all of China, and I believe that. And I also think it's the most international university in all of China. And next time around, I'll tell you why. So, thanks for watching. I hope that get to see you again. And you can also write me, give me suggestions on things that you'd like us to talk about, questions you'd like to answer. And if you like this, give us a thumbs up and follow us so you can find us easily next time. So, 感謝你, that's thank you in Minnan dialect, which is pretty much the same as Taiwan dialect. Bye bye.